Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today the main star is this one, so the facelifted Mercedes E-Class. After 4 years it is time for a change, so Mercedes decided to do a proper facelift, and I say proper because there are a lot of things that are new. I have the key here, and as you can see you have completely new design on the front, and it's a rather controversial thing because some people claim that they prefer the looks of the pre-facelifted version. I'm not one of those. I think this looks beautiful. So let's start with the changes on the front. You have the new grille, completely different design actually. It is wider down there. It used to be wider on the top, and also this is the AMG line, which means it has this diamond pins. Also on the AMG line you always get this in gloss black, these edges of the grille. I think this looks very nice. And then additional thing that is changed are the lights. So the lights are now smaller and slimmer, and as you can see these are the multi-beam LED lights. The thing is, with the lights they always come in LED technology, and then optionally you can get these multi-beam lights, and there will be separate video showing them and night point of view drive, so stay tuned for that also, and subscribe to the channel in order to see them in action. They're actually very good on the road. And let's stick with the lights. So before you used to have the daytime running LEDs different on each Mercedes. So the S-Class would get 3 of those, and then the E-Class had 2 of those, and the C-Class had 1. That was the way to differentiate all Mercedes models just from the lights. So how are things now? As you can see, we have the same one daytime running LED on all new models from Mercedes, but you can differentiate them with this part, so these dots. The E-Class has 2 dots, and then S-Class, which was introduced a few days ago actually, has 3 of them, and the new C-Class, which is coming next year, will probably have just 1. So just so that you know how to differentiate those models on the road. And well, yeah, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about this new look? So on the front I would say more sporty, but yet also more classy. Now this looks very sporty because of the AMG line. So as you can see, this one has the sporty bumper with these air inlets and these horizontal lines, looking very nice. Let me come around here once again, show you from this angle. I think it looks very nice, and those of you with the sharp eye will also notice this, as Mercedes calls them, the power domes. They make the car look so much more aggressive, in my opinion. You can actually see them while you're driving. You will probably see them on a point of view drive, so also stay tuned for that. But yeah, big plus from me for those design elements. And moving on to the side of the car, pretty much remained the same here in terms of the lines. So very sporty, very elegant lines on this one, as you would expect on a E-Class. And if you are wondering about the color, this is my new favorite color for the E-Class. It's called Graphite Gray, metallic color of course, and really suits the car very well. I would actually just add the night package because then you would get this in gloss black, which would look much better, I think, overall. And then speaking of the wheels, you have 5 new different wheel designs. These are the 10-spoke 19-inch AMG wheels, looking very nice, but I would have them in different color. I don't think these suit the car well with this color because I think satin black, gloss black, or maybe gray finish would be better than this. But I say design overall, I think it's very cool and suits the car well, especially with the AMG line trim. So tell me guys, what do you think about the looks of this car? So as I said, 5 new wheel designs available, and most of the wheels are aerodynamically improved for better fuel efficiency. And now we come to the back of the car, which has the biggest changes, that's for sure. So you can even say that this is a new model if we look at these lights, completely new lights. So you have the horizontal LED lights, completely new design, nice illumination. As you can see, you have the daytime running LEDs, and then you also have the indicator, which is located over there, and they are connected with this chrome part, and as you can see, you have the wider entrance to the trunk, and the lights themselves have two parts, of course, because this goes up with the trunk. One thing that I don't like, unfortunately, we do have the fake exhausts, and a really fake ones. You have this sort of like a diffuser, but then the real one is here. You see it, it's hiding underneath the bumper. Of course, a nasty trend. I don't like it at all, especially on cars like this, because this is very nice looking car. It's also expensive car, so I don't think it's suitable to have this fake exhaust, but it is what it is. There's nothing that we can do now. It's a trend, unfortunately, among all car manufacturers. So yeah, this car also has the tinted windows, as you can see. I will come around to this side, and let's actually open the trunk since we are here. And you can actually open it like this, or you can open it with the key. I will show you that later on. But now let's see this. So this is the space that you have. Actually, it's very deep. You have 540 liters, which is 10 liters more than BMW 5 Series and Audi A6. That makes it the class leader, I would say, because those are the biggest opponents. You have this net in here, and then also you can put some things on this side. But one cool feature is, look at this. This is where you can put this part, this floor, and then you get the easy access to let's say this extra storage space. And of course you have the tire repair set and first aid kit, stuff like that. But also this basket, which I don't know if I will be able to do it with one hand, but let me come around to you in a second. Okay, so look at this. The basket is here. So really easy to use. It's easy to build it, let's call it like that, and then you can put some groceries or stuff that you bought in the shopping center without any problems. So cool, and thumb up for Mercedes for offering this cool feature on the new E-Class. Okay, so the box is back in its place, and as you can see here, you can also move this part, and really a lot of space underneath this floor, which can be now just put back on its place. Another thing that I need to mention is this hook can be very useful, and this is how you would fold the seats, but when you press this, they don't fold down. You just release them, and then you need to go at the back and turn them down by yourself. So yeah, one thing also that I need to mention, so this trunk goes well up. Look at this. So when you are, for example, in the parking garage, you need to be careful, because when you have the 5-door car, you expect this trunk to go up really high, but when you have the sedan, like a limousine with 4 doors, you don't expect it to be this tall, I mean this high. Look, it's much taller than the roofline, so have that in mind, you know, when if you buy this car, so that you don't destroy it on the parking in the garage. Speaking of the suspension, you have a few choices. You can have, this one has the sport suspension, 15 millimeters lower compared to the standard one, and then of course you can have the adaptive air suspension for the special feeling. This car doesn't have the air suspension, and it's very, very comfortable, so I can only imagine how comfortable this car is with the air suspension. And then you can of course choose different stiffnesses and different driving modes and so on. So tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about the design overall of this facelifted E-Class? Let me show you here once again. So as I said, a lot of changes. They are very brave, I would say, because usually facelift models only have slight changes, so you don't even notice them. Here you can notice everything on this model. Overall, I would say thumb up from me, especially from the rear, because now we have the wider appearance thanks to these nice LED horizontal lights, and overall much more classy look. So tell me in your comments, what are your thoughts? And now let's check out the interior of this car. Let's enter the car. have massive doors, and then the layout here is pretty much unchanged compared to the predecessor. We have the very good materials, ambient lighting that goes all the way to the rest of the interior. I love this matte wood element, much better than gloss black finish. You will see it's all in this matte wood. I really am a big fan of that. So you have the door handles, and then lock and unlock buttons are indeed here, and this is the button for the heated seats. This is the standard sound system, but you can also get the Burmaster sound system. It is pretty expensive option, but also a very nice option indeed if you are interested in very good sound of the music. And then of course classic buttons and switches for the windows and for the mirrors. And cool feature is this cup holder on your door pocket. You can actually remove it and then clean it, or you can actually remove it and don't put it back, but I think this is a nice feature to have. This is also where you can open the trunk, and here this is all illuminated during the night, so you will see that on a night point of view drive. And then moving on, we are greeted with this Mercedes-Benz sign on the door seal with chrome, and then these are the seats with this white stitching and combination of leather and Alcantara. They actually call it Dinamica here in Mercedes. And the biggest news in terms of design of the interior is definitely the steering wheel. So you have the two steering wheels available, both of them are new. And this is the new AMG steering wheel. You see it here, it comes with the AMG interior package, and then you have this divided spokes, and it looks beautiful in my opinion, but it's not the easiest one to use, I will tell you that. So you have these buttons on it. I will go through them later on, and also during the point of view drive. Additional thing that is new, it's now all digital, and let me actually jump inside so that I can show you in more detail. So let's close the door. And what do we have here? So we have the full digital layout, and now everything is digital, but it's not like this. So this is the optional 12.3 inch digital cockpit and 12.3 inch screen of the infotainment, the main screen. And then on the standard one, on the base trim, you would get 10.25 inch and then additional 10.25 inch screen here. The thing is, with those big screens, they look like they are connected when you go for the smaller screens, and then you will get bigger gap between those two. So this looks much better, but then again, there are no more analog clusters here that we used to see on the predecessor. They were usually taxi cars. I had the ride in one of the taxis in Frankfurt actually, which had this analog cluster. So I think this looks much better. So yeah, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about this digitalization of the interior? And then what else do we have? Well, we have of course ambient lighting, and this is the new steering wheel. As you can see, it's got a lot of buttons and functions. You actually need to press this, and then this is like a panel, touch panel, where you go. So on your left you control the digital cockpit, and with this you can control the functions that you have on your main screen. So a lot to choose from, really. We will go through them in a moment. Let me just show you the rest of the things that are available right now. So this is the gear lever for the 9-speed automatic transmission. And then here is where you control the AC. That is very cool because I want to have my AC controls on buttons, and this is how Mercedes is doing it still. Okay, so now I said the name, of course, of the car, and of course this car has the voice command, and that is why now we have our personal assistant asking us if we need any help. We don't need it right now, but you know, I will demonstrate that also probably in a night point of view drive, more, you know, in depth. Moving on, we have these air vents, and then this is how you adjust the amount of the blowing that you want. This is also very nice. It is illuminated. This is the start engine button, of course, and then all the buttons here are for some functions that you use often, as well as these buttons here. So these are for your driving modes, and then this is the turn off of the sensors, the sound of them, and then this is of course cameras for your parking, and then the start-stop engine off. This is something that I would choose, of course, because I don't like this system, to be honest with you. Also, one additional thing that is new is this touchpad. You see there's no more controller, which used to be on the pre-facelifted model. I very much prefer this kind of usage of the new infotainment system, because it's much easier, to be honest with you. And yeah, this is standard now on all Mercedes new models, and it's very good system. Of course, you can also touch everything, but I prefer to use this touchpad. Is better, and you don't get your screen dirty. So yeah, and now the biggest news, of course, is this actually. So this car has, as you can see and as you can hear when our assistant asked us if we need something, this is the MBUX system, the new infotainment system that uses the artificial intelligence, and that is standard on all new Mercedes E-Class Facelift models. So thumb up for Mercedes for doing that. You can also add some extra features to the MBUX system. For example, this car has the augmented reality, so like a 3D shape of the navigation with the projections that you have. I will demonstrate that during the night point of view drive. But now let's focus on some other features that are here. So look at this element, looking very nice. As I said, no more gloss black here. You have the matte wood, much better option. It will not get scratches. And here we have the cup holders. They are cool. And then this would be the place for the wireless charger, but unfortunately this car doesn't have it, which is a bit weird. This is the expensive car, and then this is options, so I don't think that's cool. I would love to see that on the standard equipment list. And then here you have the 12-volt power outlet and also USB-C port. Of course, if you have the iPhone, then you will have headache because you need extra cable for that, and that cable can be arranged with Mercedes. So if you buy this car, you can buy the set of cables that is extra for around 40-45 euros extra. So yeah, it is what it is. You need that cable to pair your iPhone. And then these are the buttons which I already told you about. This is the volume button, and then the split headrest. And you also have additional USB-C port in here, and that's about it. But a lot of things can be put here. Also nice leather with the same stitching as on the seats. Also this is carpeting, so very nice. Let me show you the glove box. Decent amount of space, nice materials, and also I believe you have the AC inside, so you can, for example, keep something cool inside, water or something, drink something like that. So not much has changed, but we do have new technology, which is the most important thing, I would say, and also the new steering wheel. Now let me quickly go through the whole menu of this car. Of course, phone, you can pair your phone with the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Navigation is actually really cool and very nice. I will go with the fingers right now, just to show you the 3D shape of the buildings. So look, this looks very nice. Attention to details is superb, and really a thumb up for all the engineers that did this navigation, among the best in class. And augmented reality will be shown to you on a night point of view drive. Really cool feature also of this car. Let's go back. Radio stations, of course, you have these icons. Cool layout of this radio station lists. Media, you can of course pair your media with the car. Comfort, now this is also a cool feature. I will actually turn on the car right now. Okay, so back to ambient lighting. You can actually adjust, of course, the brightness. We'll put it to maximum on all zones. And then the color, you have the multiple color choice. So look at this. For example, you have this preset colors: red moon. You see everything is changing. Fire red, down blue. This is beautiful. Look here, it's also illuminated. Then sunny yellow, also looking nice. Jungle green. You have this pattern here to see which color will this be. Glacier blue, color mix. So a lot of choices really, but you can also get sorry, let me go to multicolor. So now you have 60 available colors, and then you just, you know, have the one that you want. In my opinion, this is among the best, probably the best in class ambient lighting. Mercedes really knows what they are doing in terms of this illumination inside. Really beautiful. Let's put this to purple sky. And I don't know if you can see it, but here you also have the ambient lighting. You will see it all in the night point of view drive. Now let's go back. Some information, driving information are available here. And then, for example, look at this. This is where you have the amount of gas or brake that you are using. Let's see this, if we can go here. This is the engine screen. Looks like a Formula 1 screen. Really nice. I love this. And then consumption, around 7 liters for this car. It's really great because this car has 194 horsepower. That's really, you know, nice result for a car like this. So yeah, you can play with this vehicle settings. And then if we move on, you have the apps. So Mercedes Me app. It's an app that allows you to control your car and see the amount of fuel that you have or service requirements and stuff like that. So a cool feature also by Mercedes, and this is probably the future of all you know, the car industry itself. The Mercedes Me store, basically people are gonna be able to buy some of the features or update things that their cars are capable of later on. So I think this is really a big improvement in the car industry. Tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about those things? So this car has a bunch of safety systems, and then you adjust, you know, the amount of the systems that you want the car to use. So yeah, cool feature. Also the lights, bunch of settings available. Not gonna go through all of them because then we would spend hours here. But yeah, you also have these themes. Different themes are available. This is the standard. Then, for example, if you press launch, it will change the whole ambient lighting, the whole layout. Everything is changed. And then let's go back. Let's go to the experience. This is probably something more sporty. Yeah, so you have the AMG style of the dials, the yellow ones, and then you have this engine layout, and then also this is illuminated in yellow. So you can have these themes. Really, you can play with this car all day long. This is for like a road trip layout. I don't know what to say. I'm really impressed. Mercedes really did a good job with this one. Let's go back to standard mode. I think this one is the best. Okay, so now let's see the layout of this digital cockpit, which you can control with this new steering wheel. So if you press this home button, then you change different things that you can have in front of you. For example, the trip, you have the kilometers in front of you. Then, for example, if you go to navigation, you can have the navigation in front of you. You can also have the full layout, the full big screen just for the navigation. That is also a cool feature from Mercedes. And then moving on, so basically everything is controllable. With this, you need to touch it, and then you have this panel here for adjusting the things left and right. This is for the cruise control. Very nice pedals. And let me also show you the styles that are available. So this is the classic, my favorite probably. And then you have the sport, which uses the AMG style dials. And then of course here is where you can change everything. Moving on, you can also get progressive, sort of like a minimalistic one. I love the RPMs on this. Look at this, cool. And then let's move on to the final, that is understated, minimalistic. You don't even have this screen. I mean, it's just small illumination. This is for a night drive, night road trips, and then you can have a very calm situation in front of you, I would say. So let's go back, let's put it to classic. Also, what you can do is you can change each dial. Look at this. So if I just do this, you change the things that you have in front of you, and then here you already saw it, and then on your right it's also available. But let's put it back to this classic view, and that's pretty much it. So as I said, this is for the right screen and this is for your left screen in front of you. Overall really cool. This is how you adjust the volume. This is the voice command. Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
Lower the temperature.
I'm reducing the temperature on the driver's side.
Look at this.
21 degrees.
So as you can see, it saw and recognized that I was talking, so driver's side, and you also saw the blue illumination. You can say the word that I already said, so hey, and then you know what. No, I'm not gonna say it because then it would turn on again. And then the other thing is that you can just press this button and then you have your personal assist at your disposal. So yeah, let's go at the back and see the space, and then we will also check out the engine and the available engines for this car, as well as the price. And let us now enter the back of the car. You are greeted with the beautiful materials once again. So you have the leather with this white stitching, matte wood, then aluminum door handle, and this door pocket is solid. You can actually fit a smaller bottle. And now let's see how is the situation at the back. Alright, so I changed the position of the car because it's getting dark, but still we don't have much light here. We do have this light, the small light. I will demonstrate you now how much space I have. So I do have the space for my knees and also for my head. I don't know if you can see much, but I'm 1.87 m. I still have something like this when I, you know, sit normally. And you can also sit a bit lower, and then you would be closer to the front seat, but then have, you know, even additional space for the head. So in terms of the room, it's very good. Also, let me show you this. They remind me of the airplane, you know, stuff. So this is something that I'm used to seeing on the airplanes, and now you have it here. So cool feature. And yeah, this is the view you have on the front, but as I said, it's getting dark here. And then here, I don't know if I can even show you. Yes, I can show you. There are USB-C ports, 2 of them. They are extra charge when you spec the car. And then you also have the 12-volt power outlet. Let's check out the engine. The lever for opening the hood is here, well hidden. And now you have the 2-liter diesel engine producing 194 horsepower, capable of doing 240 kilometers per hour, and also very efficient. But you also have other engines that are available, also very efficient, because we have a lot of mild hybrids now, petrol engines with additional small electric motor to make it even more efficient. That would probably be my choice for this car, but this engine is also very good because consumption is very low and it's still got a lot of torque. So overall, yeah, great. I think great, let's say, entry model diesel, even though it's not an entry model. You have 160 horsepower diesel also available, but I think this suits the car better. And if you are looking for a diesel, this is probably the wisest choice for the diesel engine. And yeah, well, other options, as I said, mild hybrid petrol engines, and then you also get a bunch of plug-in hybrids. So a lot to choose from. So tell me in the comments, which engine would you go for? Okay guys, so it's time to conclude this review. I have the spec list here. I will not read all of it to you. I will just show you this is the price in kunas. I will also put, of course, euros. So Mercedes-Benz E-Class 220D limousine. I think overall great styling of this facelift model. A lot of new changes that are better than on the predecessor, in my opinion. Also, we will go now for a point of view drive, so stay tuned and subscribe for that. Thank you very much for watching, and many thanks to Auto Gašparić for letting me have this car. So do check them out if you are interested in this car or any other new model from Mercedes. So yeah, that's about it. Do subscribe and see you on the next one. Bye bye.